This is Monster Chick, and you're watching History and Headlines with ActionGal.
History and Headlines with ActionGal. This is Pet Monster. Thanks for joining us on History and Headlines with ActionGal.
Anna Gutt, Verity Lynn, Timo Dudgeon, Lanny Marcia Rosalind Morris, and Ben Bogomil. What do these 5 people have in common? They all died practicing breatharianism, the belief that one can live off sunlight and sometimes without water for lengthy periods. Of course, Jasmine, proponent of quote-unquote pranic nourishment, would deny breatharianism was responsible. It was, quote-unquote, their karma. With the vast research I've done regarding breatharianism, my most delightful because it seems such poetic justice, find is the following. Credit Wikipedia article, Jasmine. In 1998, she appeared in her first film, a 6-part direct-to-video documentary called The Legend of Atlantis, Return of the Light Masters. The Australian television program 60 Minutes challenged Jasmine to demonstrate how she could live without food and water. The supervising medical professional, Dr. Beres Wink, found that after 48 hours, Jasmine displayed symptoms of acute dehydration, stress, and high blood pressure. Jasmine claimed this was a result of quote-unquote polluted air. On the 3rd day, she was moved to a mountainside retreat about 15 miles from the city, where she was filmed enjoying the fresh air, claiming she could now successfully practice anidya. I'm not sure of the pronunciation there, but it's Latin for fasting. But as filming progressed, Jasmine's speech slowed, her pupils dilated, and she lost over a stone, or 14 pounds, in weight. After 4 days, she acknowledged that she had lost weight, but stated that she felt fine. Dr. Went stated, "You are now quite dehydrated, probably over 10%, getting up to 11%. The doctor continued, "Her pulse is about double of what it was when she started. The risk, if she goes any further, is kidney failure." Jasmine's condition continued to deteriorate rapidly due to acute dehydration, despite her contrary insistence. Dr. Wink concluded that continuing the experiment would ultimately prove fatal. The film crew agreed with this assessment and stopped filming. She still insists this way of life works, although she has a fully stocked refrigerator, allegedly for her husband. So what happens to the body without food and water? Source credit, how stuff works. Quote, "Without food, the body must find another way to maintain glucose levels. At first, it breaks down glycogen, then it turns to proteins and fats. The liver turns fatty acids into byproducts called ketone bodies, until there are too many of them to process. Then the body goes into life-threatening chemical imbalance called ketosis. It's actually dehydration, though, that has a more immediate fatal effect. A person can only survive without water for a matter of days, perhaps 2 weeks at the most. The exact amount of time depends upon the outside temperature and a person's characteristics. First, The body loses water through urine and sweat. A person then develops ketosis and uremia, a buildup of toxins in the blood. Eventually, the organ system begins to fail. The body develops kidney failure, and an electrolyte imbalance causes cardiac arrhythmia. Dehydration leads to seizures, permanent brain damage, or even death. Jasmine has said, quote, "If a person is unprepared and not listening to their inner voice, there can be many problems with the 21-day fasting process, from extreme weight loss to even the loss of their life." Science says that the human body cannot survive without food and water for that amount of time, regardless of what their inner voice says. Breatharianism is a dangerous, even lethal belief.
Okay, and thank you, ActionGal and the team at History and Headlines. So, in this rare and unusual food upload, we have something near and dear to my heart that is somewhat of a regional dish called escamole. And you may ask yourself, and why wouldn't you, what is escamole? Well, first of all, thank you, eatyourworld.com, for this upload. The link will be down in the description. Escamole. Basically, it is ant larva. That's right. Ant babies. They eaten ant babies in central Mexico. It's actually considered somewhat of a delicacy. And it is the insect caviar. Alright? And it kind of resembles that of a corn-like product. And it is said to have slightly a nutty taste, as you would probably expect, and often pan-fried with butter and spices. Escamole can be found in tacos and omelets and served alone, accompanied by guacamole and tortillas. It's indigenous, tasty, and memorable. Okay, so here's me thinking, and you guys might not know this, but there's another dish that is very, very popular here, and it's called menudo. Not the band, it's a soup. And apparently it is a Sunday morning tradition for people to consume mass quantities of that particular soup as a hangover remedy. So here's me thinking it's a Saturday night, I've just eaten escamole, which is, again, ant larva, and I've drinking a nice bottle of mezcal, which has a worm in the bottom. So, of course, facing that sort of dish the next morning as a cure for a hangover, which does, by the way, have pig stomach lining in it. That's right, pig stomach lining. I would think that it would be the lesser of three evils. All right, thank you, ActionGal and her news team. I am your ever faithful Granny Monster. Thanks for listening, and I'm out.
Guinea pig ice cream becoming a cool new treat in Ecuador. This is from a Huffington Post article. Quito, Ecuador. It's a real ice cream flavor, guinea pig. Anyone who thinks of guinea pigs as pets, cute, squishy, squeaking bundles of fur, might find that idea hard to digest. The rodents are a traditional hot dish in some Latin American countries, including Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia. In Ecuador, people typically cook guinea pigs with salt and serve them with potatoes and peanut sauce. Oh, sounds lovely. But one vendor is taking things to another gastronomic level, serving guinea pigs as a cold dessert. Some people like ice cream made from koi, as the animal is locally known. I was suspicious, but it was tasty, said Marlene Franco, a 78-year-old retiree who tried a scoop at the stall next to the highway linking the Ecuadorian capital Quito to the city of Sengoqui. The stall owner is Maria del Carmen Filipana. I actually practiced that name before doing this video. Filipana. Go Llama. I digress. Whose offbeat offering inspires disbelief and laughter among first-time customers. Filipania's operation is small. It consists of 2 tables in an open area lined with dentist clinics and other businesses. Even so, demand is growing. Every week, the entrepreneur prepares 150 servings, $1 for a cone of guinea pig ice cream. This is seriously a thing. They're like doing, I mean, as an American, it kind of offends my sensibilities, but I mean, they're not American. They do things differently. Okay, sure, go for it. She also makes 40 servings of ice cream flavoring with beetles. Okay, I draw the line on that one. Also traditionally eaten as a salty snack. And a smaller amount of mushroom ice cream. I don't know, I might be able to do the shrimmage. My family and my husband thought I was crazy. They didn't think anyone would like these ice creams. But now they're our main products, said Filipania, who acknowledges that she had her own doubts about whether her investment would pay off. It was a close call. Out of work with 3 children in tow, Filipania began to attend free training courses for entrepreneurs. She was challenged to do something innovative, and after 6 months of testing, she started selling her range of ice creams at the beginning of September. And it goes on for a bit, and it's interesting, but I'm not going to keep going on because you get the point. It's like a real thing, and people actually do this. And call me crazy, but I think I want to give it a try.
H&H with ActionGal. This is Pet Monster, and thanks for watching.